All right, let's next here talk about difference quotient. It one of the definitions, there's a couple of the definitions for the difference quotient, but the one that we're going to use, f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So we're going to take a couple of functions here and apply this difference quotient, or find the difference quotient for them. It has some applications in different areas, but utilizes the function notation. So I just wanted to show you a couple of examples of evaluating, simplifying the difference quotient at this point. Let's take the function here, f of x equal 2x squared plus 5x minus 4. And let's find and simplify the difference quotient for that function. All right. And so f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Yeah, surprisingly, what happens a lot of times on this is it simplifies pretty nicely. Well, like I said, it's utilizing function notation. So this f of x plus h, the first part of this, we got our input value there, x plus h. So we're just going to plug that in for x there. See what happens. So it'll be 2, and then the x plus h goes in for the x, so it'll be x plus h squared. 5 times x, replace that by x plus h, and then minus 4. The second part's a lot easier. It's just minusing the f of x. The part that we need to realize on that is, okay, so that's minus f of x. So yeah, it's minus 2x squared plus 5x minus 4. But it's subtracting that whole thing, so let's just put parentheses around it at this point, or this step, initial step here. See what happens. All right. So, yeah, we just need to simplify that right there. And it does, like I said, simplifies usually pretty nicely. Of course, looking at the first part here, we've got that x plus h squared. So best way to do that, just write it out twice and FOIL it. If you know some shortcuts, that's fine, but it's just FOIL. X times x squared, x times h, xh. Another x times h, or h times x, so that's another xh, and then h times h, x squared. So FOIL that out, you get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. So that's the result of that. And of course, then you got to multiply by 2 here, but let's just bring this over. X squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And of course, distribute the 5x plus 5h minus 4. And then the minus in front there does distribute, so distribute that up over there. So that's minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 4. It changes all those signs. And then divide that by h. Yeah, we have some canceling going on there for sure. We want to go ahead. So we got 5x here, you got minus 5x. All right, so those are going to wipe out. Then we've also got the minus 4 and the plus 4. So those are going to wipe out. So that leaves us on that side anyway, 5x minus 2x squared. But if we go ahead and distribute the 2 in the front here, see what that gives us. 2x squared, 4xh 2 times h squared. And then bring down the 5h to minus 2h squared there. Yeah, we got one other thing anyway that's simplifying. You got 2x squared, you got minus 2x squared. So it's in those polynomial situations, yeah, several things will wipe out like that. The other thing then of note, if you'll notice here what's left on top, well, 4xh, 2h squared, 5h. Another thing that goes on with these like this is, yeah, what's left here has a common factor of h. So I can pull out an h off of all those. Pull off an h here, is left 4x, h here, 2h, and h off of that leaves me 5. And of course, that h being there in the denominator, factoring out the h allows us to cancel that h out. And so the result of the difference quotient here is 4x plus 2h plus 5. Okay? So there you go. All right. One example. Let me do one more there. Show you what happens there. But yeah, ones like that, they tend to simplify quite nicely. Let's take a look at this one and do the difference quotient on it. All right, f of x equals x cubed minus 2x. So difference quotient on that, same, use the same formula there, f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So again, that's our input value, so x plus h in for the x, so it'd be x plus h cubed minus 2 times x plus h. And then minus f of x is just minus that whole thing there over h. All right, so what they want us to do with that again is simplify that, multiply it out, and simplify it out. So I want to show you this one. It's got a cube there of the binomial x plus h. So of course what that means is, what does that mean? X plus h cubed here, well, that's x plus h 3 times multiplied together. I don't think we've done yet, so talk about that. Well, if you've got 3, that's just multiplying it 2 by 2, I guess you might say, or the first 2 first. Pull those out, which we just did that a second ago, didn't we? X squared plus the xh plus the xh plus h squared, just foiling that. Of course, the 2 xh's in the middle combine to be 2xh in the middle. But we've got this other third one, x plus h, to multiply. So yeah, it's just extended FOIL, multiply, keep on multiplying here. So we're just going to take the x squared times the x plus h, and all 3 of those times the x plus h. So you got x squared times x cubed, x squared times h, x squared h, and then do the middle one times these 2. 2xh times those 2, so 2xh times x, 2x squared h, 2xh times h, so that'd be 2xh squared. And then last but not least, do the final one, the h squared times the x plus h. That's h squared times x, let's write that xh squared. And then h squared times h, that's going to be h cubed. Pretty good answer, but yeah, there are some like terms going on here. Got x squared h, so 1x squared h and another 2x squared h, so that's 3 altogether. X squared h, find the like terms here. Those 2, and then these 2 here also are like one another, h squared, so you got 2 and 1, so again you got 3 of those, 3xh squareds. So yeah, so that little bit of a process, but that's what x plus h cubed works out to be. X cubed plus 3x squared h plus 3xh squared plus h cubed. And then, of course, distribute the minus 2 there. And then again, that minus the f of x, I put the parentheses around it just to make sure, realize there, yeah, that's going to make it minus x cubed and plus 2xh. Changes those signs. But it does pay off in the end here a couple of ways. On top, we got x cubed, we got minus x cubed. Well, we got minus 2x plus 2x. So those go out. So a couple of things go out. But what's left, the 4 here that's left, although they don't combine, they do have an h in them. So just like our previous example, at this point, we're going to factor off the h, factor off an h off of each of those, and ultimately cancel it out. But h off of that leaves me 3x squared, h off of that leaves me 3xh, and h off of that is h squared, and then minus 2, so all that's left. So we take an h off of that one, so canceling that out, and yeah, so our answer, final answer, one like this, probably going to come out something like this, 3x squared plus 3xh plus h squared minus 2. All right, so that's your difference quotient.